spots and for keeping your skin from being dry. You can add a little bit of DHEA or 7-keto DHEA to your favorite moisturizing cream, and you can make yourself a really nice anti-aging and moisturizing skincare product. And because DHEA is absorbed pretty nicely through the skin right into your blood, you can actually up your own DHEA levels by using a DHEA cream. Using steroid hormones like DHEA and progesterone can also be helpful, as I said earlier, for post-traumatic stress syndrome and for anxiety issues. And all of these steroid hormones are effective in a cream format as well as in capsules and pills. So you can apply them in creams. You don't necessarily have to have a pharmacist make a capsule for you. You can put them on as a cream, but please, 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 please be aware that DHEA and progesterone are hormone substances, technically pre-hormone substances, because they get converted, but they're not nutrients. That means you may run into some issue with side effects that you don't run into with straight Mighty 90 type nutrition. Both DHEA and progesterone are pretty gentle, but they don't have the same kind of non-toxic benign nature that nutrients have, even though for the most part there's no toxicity. They're hormones, they're not nutrients. It's probably best to stick to as low a dose as you need with progesterone. 50 milligrams a day to 100 milligrams a day for 4 to 6 days a week is probably a good starting point. With DHEA, maybe 10 to 25 milligrams a day for 4 to 6 days a week. You always want to take days off with DHEA and progesterone. And it's also probably a good idea to have your blood levels checked periodically to make sure that you're not getting too much DHEA or progesterone. Increases in body hair on the body, increases in hair on the body or hair loss on the head, changes in muscularity, deepening of your voice, skin oiliness, breakouts. These are all signs that you may be getting too much DHEA and progesterone or progesterone. Okay, so there's a third hormone that's available OTC over the counter that you can get that'll give you some nice health benefits, especially adrenal health benefits. This is a hormone that, like DHEA and progesterone, is made from cholesterol, and like DHEA and progesterone, this hormone, the levels of this hormone drop pretty significantly as we get older. And like DHEA and progesterone, this is a hormone that you may want to at least think about supplementing with. Although, I got to tell you, most folks have never heard of this stuff. Most doctors have never heard of this stuff, even though it's got some really interesting properties which you've known about for 60 or 70 years, especially when it comes to calming and relaxing and anti-anxiety. In addition to being an extremely important raw material for other steroid hormones, including progesterone, we'll tell you about this third over-the-counter hormone that you can get tomorrow on our next Bright Side episode, so you're going to want to tune in for that. All right. 866-582-9933 is our number. Let's take our first phone call of the day. What is going on? Mike in California, welcome to the Bright Side. Mike? Do we have Mike? Did we lose Mike? Mikey? What's up, Mike? I hear you rustling about there. Let's move on. Let's take Mike in Arizona. What's going on, Mike in Arizona? Mike in California, hang tight. We'll get to you next. What's up, Mike in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, I have a couple pimples on my face. I don't know if they're pimples, but they kind of don't go away. And I have a couple of skin tags.
Okay.
And I have some red blotchiness on my lower legs I've had for a while, but I'm about 100 pounds overweight. I think that has to do with it, but I don't know what it is.
Yes, it does. It's not so much that it has to do with it in a causal fashion. It's not like your weight issues are causing your skin problems. It's more like they're both caused by the same issue, and that's blood sugar problems. Anytime your weight is fluctuating that much or is elevated that much, you want to think about blood sugar. If you have problems with skin tags, that is a classic red flag for prediabetes or diabetes. I get a lot of folks who want to know how to get rid of skin tags, and I actually do make a product that we sell by prescription or to estheticians that you can dab on skin tags to kind of burn them off a little bit. But if you have skin tags, and I've said this so many times, if you have any kind of rapid growing cells growing like they shouldn't, dividing too rapidly, cysts or fibroids or skin tags, you more than likely are dealing with prediabetes or diabetes. You're dealing with a blood sugar problem. Mike, with the weight and the zits and the skin tags, it sounds like you are a classic case. You have a classic case of blood sugar problems. So first things first, deal with your blood sugar. How do you deal with your blood sugar? Well, two different ways. Number one, you reduce your intake of foods that spike blood sugar, and those are the usual suspects: bread, pasta, corn, potatoes, processed foods of all kinds, sugar, fruit juice, you know the stuff that messes up blood sugar. And there's you want to avoid those, but you don't want to use willpower, especially now coming into the holiday season when we're all being bombarded with sweets and snacks and all these kinds of foods that they put at the holiday parties and holiday buffets. Get yourself on protein and essential fatty acids. In fact, if you have any indication that you're going to be tempted by these kinds of foods, before you go to the party, get yourself some protein. Whey protein is the best, but whatever kind of protein you use, make yourself a smoothie with essential fatty acids. Blend the two together, drink it down. And for you, Mike, you want to do this as often as possible, especially if you got 100 pounds that you're going to need to lose. So it's not so much that the weight is causing the problems with your skin. It's more like both the weight and the skin, your skin health issues are coming from the same problem, and that is blood sugar issues. There's also wonderful nutrients that you can take to help stabilize blood sugar. So keeping your blood sugar under control, keeping your insulin under control is a two-pronged process. On the one hand, you want to reduce your intake of these kinds of foods that mess up your blood sugar, and the best way to reduce your intake is not to use willpower, but to go into more protein and more essential fatty acids. And then the second prong is to take nutrients, especially in supplemental fashion, that help stabilize blood sugar. The Sweeties from Longevity, which is chromium and vanadium, is a true superstar nutritional supplement for helping stabilize blood sugar. It'll help you lose weight. It'll help with your blood pressure. Any of the health conditions that are associated with excesses or instability in the blood sugar system will improve by using the Sweeties, and that definitely includes blood pressure and circulatory problems in addition to weight. And so I'd be using the Sweeties if I were you. Magnesium, the OsteoFX, also very important for blood sugar issues. Niacin, vitamin B3 is also very important for blood sugar issues. I'm going to tell you that a mineral when we come back, Mike, that's also important. That's important for blood sugar, but it's also very important for your skin. So hang tight, Mike, and all you other guys on hold, we'll try to get to as many calls as we can. 866-582-9933 is your number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this.
Stress, like many conditions in a fast-paced society, is at epidemic proportions, and one of the most effective ways to support your body during periods of excessive stress is by replacing the nutrients expended during that time. De-stress contains large amounts of B-complex vitamins, in addition to vitamin C, magnesium, and valerian root extract. For more information on this and other great products, contact Lady Talk Live at 855-333-5239. Majestic Earth's Beyond Tangy Tangerine contains no artificial sweeteners or preservatives and is glycemic friendly. This easy dissolving powder contains plant-derived minerals, vitamins, amino acids, and 115 fruits and vegetables. I can't think of anything better for you. For more information on this and other great products, contact Lady Talk Live at 855-333-5239. That's 855-333-LADY.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866. Time waits for no one. That's why you should hurry to not miss the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Go to freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-3663 to receive 20 to 25% off Mountain House freeze-dried foods. Mountain House, the gold standard in long-term storage products, include real freeze-dried meats, entrees, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Yes, 20 to 25% off now. Also receive 30% off other selected Mountain House foods and receive 30% off selected Packaway brand dehydrated foods. Just call 866-404-3663 and ask for the Freeze Dry Guy. Plus long-range patrol ration eggs and ham at superb discounts. But these are extremely hard to find and nearly gone, so call today. Ask about our LRP ice cream bars too. Some items limited to stock on hand. And remember, the Freeze Dry Guy pays for shipping to your door within the lower 48 states. Order now. Don't miss out on the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
What looks good under your Christmas tree and tastes even better? Big Berkey water filters. Yes, the gift of clean water. A gift that provides a great foundation for achieving good health in the lives of your loved ones. A Big Berkey water filter gives them protection from bacteria, heavy metals, chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, VOCs, and more. And best of all, a Big Berkey water filter is a gift that lasts for many years with no additional investment. And that saves time and money in filter replacements that other water filters require and are even powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water. As always, all orders over $50 are shipped free, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Order online at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, spelled Big, B-E-R-K-E-Y, waterfilters.com, or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Gift well this Christmas. Give a Big Berkey water filter.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
We're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thank you, friends, for being here. 866-582-9933 is our number. We're talking to Mike in Arizona. You there, buddy?
Yep.
All right, so you want to treat your skin tags and the pimples and the weight and all your health issues as pre-diabetic issues. A couple things that I didn't say before I want to tell you. First of all, just to reinforce what we just said, avoiding all the insulin-spiking foods, and instead of using willpower, go to more protein and go to more essential fatty acids. Get yourself on the ultimate EFAs. Get yourself on a good source of whey protein, which is the best as long as you don't have any digestive issues. And then, of course, all your insulin-controlling and blood sugar controlling nutrients like the sweeties from Longevity, the OsteoFX, the amino acid taurine and arginine can be very helpful. B vitamins are stupendously important for blood sugar control, especially vitamins B1 and B3. And then there's a really important mineral that's got multiple benefits, including blood sugar and including skin health benefits. I've talked about it before. It's a must-have nutritional supplement. This is one that everybody needs. I can't say this more forcefully enough, especially if you're dealing with blood sugar issues and skin issues, and that's zinc. Look for zinc picolinate 50 milligrams a day. Zinc picolinate 50 milligrams a day. It's cheap, and it's unbelievably important for the skin and also for the blood sugar systems. Tons of other stuff you could do, but that's a great place for you to start, Mike. I hope we helped you out. Any other questions? Is that pretty clear?
Yeah, just one quick thing. I have a son that's 6 months old,
yeah,
and he's got not really a rash, but he's got some dry skin patches here and there.
Okay.
And we're feeding him some food now. I'm blending up, cooking it, vegetables and some little fruits.
Okay.
So, my wife take more fats, or
well, hang on. Does your wife have any conditions like that? Any eczema or food allergies or anything?
No, nothing.
Okay. So here's what you need to do. All right. You want to treat it as a fat. He's not breastfeeding any longer, correct?
No, he's still breastfeeding.
Okay, have mom start taking, if she's not already, have her start using the Ultimate EFAs. Make sure she's getting enough essential fatty acids, including fish oil. Have mom getting on 20,000 international units a day of vitamin A a day, and 400 international units of vitamin E a day, and see if you could link up link up bowel movement issues or cramping or any kind of digestive issues. If you can notice any colicky issues with the baby and specific foods. You may be dealing with eczema. Usually kids, when they're 6 months old, their skin should be perfect. If a 6-month-old baby is having some skin problems, that could be a red flag for either eczema, which is related to food allergies or food intolerances, or perhaps nutritional deficiencies, or both. And so you want to connect up digestive issues, see if you notice loose stools or anything like that, any digestive complaints, any kind of, not complaints, but the kid acting a little bit funny or colicky after he's eating, and see if you can associate the problems with the skin with problems with the food or digestive issues with food issues. You want to use his skin problems as a barometer to how well you're doing. In other words, his skin problems should disappear as you go on the right track. His skin problems will get worse if you go off track. Does that make sense, Mike?
Do you think coconut water, giving that to him, is bad?
Not necessarily, but you're going to have to see how he does. You said water or oil?
Coconut water.
Shouldn't be bad, but there is some sugar